So solidify that lower body. So let's go back to that posture. Okay, you got that weight a little bit on that front knee.
Yep.
About 60-40. Good. Okay, you're going to maintain that. And then you talked about the hands acting like a cast, working together.
Right.
So now we're going to think about this right arm to shaft angle, that stricker motion a little bit more. Okay.
Now that was chasing it.
That was chasing it. And you're chasing it because you have a tendency to have that lower body jut out like that.
Right.
So we're going to think about that left side being almost your post or your pivot. Everything goes around it, not into it. Much better. Nicely done. Okay, so now we're going to start working with a little bit of distance control with this.
Okay.
So you understand the technique, you understand the changes that we've made. Pretty simple, really. We're taking some of the moving parts and just kind of limiting those movements. Okay. Now we're going to work a little bit on distance control. I've got 4 yardage sticks set up on the green, each one about 3 yards apart. And we're just going to work a little bit on trying to hit our spots with this technique. Okay. Okay. So within those 4, we've got 3 different sections. You can either say there's 5 because there's one in front of the first one and one after the last one.
Right.
So we're going to concentrate first. We're going to just go in the middle one right now.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, what did you feel on that one?
I kind of flipped my hands.
Kind of flipped your hands?
Rather than limiting the...
Perfect. And you felt the difference between those two?
Big time.
Big time? What was the biggest difference?
More engaging, you know, of limiting the motion in my right hand and engaging more of my core through impact.
Okay. There we go. If you hold that position for me, go back to that finishing position. I'm going to show you something that's really good here. Number one, you've got your chest, your belt buckle all turned to the target. That's fantastic. Another thing is if I put my club right here in line with your hands, see how your club head is still outside of it?
Yeah.
Right there? And that face is still up? That is really good. That means you're limiting your hand action going through. Right. So that's ideal.
Thank you.
That's ideal. If you ever see that club is outside your hands, chances are your wrists have moved too much, your hands have kind of turned over, and you've probably lost control of the spin and the flight of the ball. There we go. Good. Okay, so I'm going to start calling out a couple of different sections here. I'm going to say we're going to go to the last one here. Okay. So the first section is one before the red one. That's number 1. The last section is over that last one. That's section 5. Everything else in the middle. We're going to go section 5. Okay. Yeah, right about there. Nicely done. We're going to go section 3 here. Almost. Okay. Let's go section 2. Nicely done. And the reason I'm kind of randomizing it is because it's making you kind of recalibrate your distance on each one. So when you're out here practicing this sort of shot, you don't just hit the same one over and over. You want to randomize it. So you want to go, okay, if I'm picking these sections out, I'll just randomly throw out 5, 2, 1. That way you start getting those, you get the feeling down just out there practicing, working on your swing a little bit, working on hitting targets, randomize those targets, move them around, just like you would when you're on the course. Don't just go pitch and wedge 9 iron, 8 iron, all the way through your bag. Go pitch and wedge 4 iron, 6 iron, 5 iron. Okay. And just kind of work your way through it. It'll help pick things up a little faster. Great. Okay. Yeah, I want you to call the section now.
Okay. I'm going to go into the first section.
Okay.
Now I'll go to the last section.
Pretty good. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to work a little bit on ball position as well. So we're going to show the ball position in effect with how that affects the loft of the club at impact. Okay, so we're going to move that ball all the way to the front of your stance. Okay. Pardon me. And with this, I don't want you to change the technique at all.
Okay.
The technique stays the same. All that's going to happen is that ball is a little farther forward,
Right.
effectively giving you more loft at impact. Okay? And let's watch what it does to A, the flight,
Okay.
B, the distance, C, the spin.
Okay. I'm going to go to the last section again.
Okay, perfect. Now you got a little bit more touch on that. That ball's not going to stop. It's not going to roll out nearly as much as it did in the past.
Right. I'll go to section 2.
Nicely done. See that ball? I mean, that landed in section 2 and it stopped in section 4.
Right.
And that's essentially 10 feet.
Yeah. You feel a big difference. Now I'm going to go to the last section again.
What I like is you haven't hit one fat in a while.
Well, I'm really focusing on your tip on trying to take more of the hand action out of it and engaging the core.
Good. Because if your hands are a cast, they're working as one.
Right.
There we go. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to grab your 60 degree out of your bag.
This is.
Oh, that is your 60. I'm going to grab your 54 out of your bag, and we're going to do the same technique with the 54. To show you that nothing changes just because you put a different club in your hand.
Okay.
The technique is the same. The ball position's the same. We're just going to watch what happens to the golf ball now.
I'm going to go to section 1.
A little on the heavy side there.
Yeah.
But because you were using the sole of the club a little bit more, that leading edge didn't just dive right into the ground and stay there, or stay there longer, so it kind of chunk and just dribble. You got away with it. You got a good miss on that shot.
Right. I'm going to go to section 5.
Okay. Let's get that shaft a little bit more vertical at impact.
Okay. I'm going to go to section 3.
Pardon me. Something in my throat here. So when you try and get that shaft more vertical at impact, like I asked you to do, without telling you how to do it, what were you doing? What were you trying to do to effectively get that position?
Well, if I can stay leaning, with the weight on my front side, I can maintain the same angles I'm creating with the higher lofted club over there.
Okay, good. I was also remember this angle here.
Right. And not getting my right arm too active.
Exactly. Yeah, so if you were to try